journey. In this episode of Follow the Money, we explore how logistics is transforming the success of MSMEs. MyKartero, a self-service shipping center, has been a game changer for businesses by offering affordable and timely delivery solutions. We'll uncover the personal sacrifices made by its founder, Arlene Martinez, in her journey. Our guest today, Arlene, is the founder of MyKartero, the first private self-service shipping center in the Philippines. Her company specializes in cost-effective international delivery for MSMEs, providing seamless solutions in a competitive market. Arlene, grateful you could join us. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Rain. It's my pleasure to be with you today. Although I'm not there, but thank you for having me.
We appreciate you being here with us. Now, to begin, can you share with us or introduce us to MyKartero's core services and how they cater to MSMEs navigating logistics in today's competitive market, especially considering the last year's surge in global e-commerce?
MyKartero basically provides comprehensive logistics solutions, including local and international shipping, tailored specifically for micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. It also is basically tailored to help the OFW families to be able to send something to our migrant workers abroad, wherever they are in the world. Basically, the platform is user-friendly. It interfaces and helps MSMEs navigate the complex logistics landscape. Now, with the 2020 surge in e-commerce, global e-commerce, MyKartero has adopted by focusing on a reliable, cost-effective shipping services that basically addresses the increased demand for seamless cross-border logistics. Now, our services basically empowers MSMEs to reach global markets without the operational hassle typically associated with shipping. So in a gist, that's what MyKartero does. We enable MSMEs to tap on on the global market to be able to send anywhere in the world.
And we're looking at a video of how MyKartero works, actually. And I'm looking at the rates. It's ranging anywhere from about 200 to about 1,000. But what kind of service packages might these MSMEs require? How does it differ from, let's say, just going to your courier service over the counter?
So basically what we found out, because ever since I was a mentor of Go Negosyo and a coach with the Department of Trade and Industry going around the country, there has been a lot of clamor from MSMEs to help them with their plans of really going global. Now, if you would look at what we have in the current market, these are all private courier companies. That's the weight. The start of charging would be on a half-kilo basis. So what does it impact on our MSMEs wanting to go global? Basically, it's so difficult, especially the average e-commerce item would be around about 100 to 200 grams only. So ever since, our MSMEs are having a challenge of having that cart conversion for international orders, specifically for 2 kilos and below items. And, when we curated this platform and when we created the services, we were very much focused on helping our MSMEs embrace e-commerce and be able to have a solution that would meet also the requirements of the buyers abroad. But you look at it, basically, when we look at the global e-commerce distribution, 70% is still delivered by the postal operators globally. However, that is something that we lack in the Philippines. We lack a trusted, seasoned, and someone who can help embrace the digital economy as we have seen it growing with e-commerce. So MyKartero is very much focused on e-commerce items compared to the courier services that we have available in the market.
Understood. Well, have you noticed any change in customer behavior throughout the life of your business? And what about competition?
Basically, when we look at it, I'm glad, when we opened this up, we were really targeting the Gen Z and the millennials who have embraced their side hustle on e-commerce. And we wanted really to help our online sellers grow their businesses. Well, what we have seen so far, ever since post-pandemic, is that there is really a growth of the younger generation embracing e-commerce. So these are people in the on the creative industry, on the clothing, etc. No, that have seen that there is a bigger potential market internationally compared just focusing on domestic market. And we have seen the growth. The average customer that we have, the average age is between 18, actually 16 to 24. That's how young our customers are. And what we have been able to provide them is the ability, to be able to convert cart conversion or to have higher cart conversions with cost-effective shipping costs, and affordability, transparency, and above all, our customer service has helped them really understand how to go about this, especially when you talk about shipping. It's complex. It's really hard to understand, especially for someone who is just starting their business and then having a demand already from the international market.
Understood. And of course, especially if you're talking about dollars and cents and then having to deal with government, have you noticed whether government processes and international logistics have become easier or faster in the past few years? And what have been the biggest factors to affect how smooth your business operates?
Well, it's so hard. That's why we really tailored ourselves to be the private postal operator, because what we wanted to offer our fellow entrepreneurs is that there are other options available out there in the market, and that's what MyKartero has actually brought into the Philippines. We have brought in seasoned, tested partners and networks that would allow them an easy journey, especially in their e-commerce business.
Mm-hmm. So given these elements, what would be on your wish list to ensure you would be able to not just have smooth operations, but scale your business?
In this industry, one of the things that we really have to embrace, but we really have to face, is the volatility of the market, especially so that we are dealing with international market and international suppliers, where foreign exchange is really impacting our costs. And especially this season, peak season, there are surcharge that is happening that is beyond our control, But when we look at it, we always try to make it a point to be on the side of the customer and be able to negotiate better shipping costs, and be able to lower it so that in the end, we will be able to help our MSMEs grow their businesses. Why? Because, this is something that is very close to my heart, Rain, because I've seen how the other countries supported the growth of their MSMEs and has really created novel reach, because the younger generations were able to tap into the global market and enjoy, what the logistics was able to provide them. And this is something that MyKartero would like to bring on board and offer our MSMEs, especially the younger generations, to have a look at being able to go global through postal.
Right. Later, we will continue to ask you about your expansion plans. But before that, you mentioned surcharges that are beyond your control. How does MyKartero's shipping platform enable small businesses to reduce their operational costs, particularly in relation to international shipping services, which have been crucial in 2024? What are the factors that are within your control?
So basically what we were able to do, if if you're going to look at it, is that we leveraged on partnerships. Partnerships with seasoned and tested international carriers and regional courier and postal network so that we will always be able to offer competitive shipping rates. Now, we focus on optimizing delivery routes to ensure efficient customs clearance, reducing both time and cost for businesses, which is crucial in the 2024 fast-paced e-commerce environment. Now, what we've done is really focused on tech-driven solutions like automating our shipping calculators and predictive analytics and help businesses plan better, minimize unnecessary costs, especially for MSMEs looking to scale internationally. Now, a case in point, no, if this is something that not a lot of MSMEs or exporters know about. For example, the European Union's regulation on collecting VAT for anything that has been purchased abroad or out of their country. Now, as a seller online, it is now mandated that we have to collect the corresponding VAT in the country where they're buying it, and the seller now has to remit to the country of destination. So what we've done is that in the platform that we have, we've offered a solution for MSMEs to be able to address that concern. So they're actually solving this logistical nightmare and be able to just focus on improving their products and services and tap onto the global arena because we have taken care of that. So you don't have to spend so much already on finding a solution and unnecessary cost and headache just to address that and tap into the EU market, which is actually one of the top 10 e-commerce buyers online globally. Now, we've also helped them, as I mentioned earlier, increase cart conversions by offering as much as 87% savings on shipping costs. So thereby, it attracts international buyers easily for our MSMEs that is into the global market,
87%
Yes.
is a huge savings, And for you, then, for MyKartero, how are you able to manage your costs in the company with all these added value services that you've been providing? And in which case, how do you wish to scale your business moving forward?
As an MSME myself, no, and I am a startup. We're a startup. We organized this and curated this back in 2019 prior to the pandemic. And definitely we've been affected by the pandemic. One of the things that we've always been taking care of is our operational costs. So we try to keep it lean and mean, especially going out from the pandemic. In the early stages, indeed, just like any other MSMEs, balancing personal finances with business demand is a challenge. So there were initial demands that we have, personal money has to be invested into the company. And there were really moments of uncertainty regarding revenue flow. But, we've always believed that MyKartero's purpose is higher than our financial challenges. Thus, we continue to press on and face them head on. This is really now a test of faith, I have to say. And we really have to face everything head on. Now, when we're looking at growing, we really plan to grow the business just like anybody else, And we've continued our digital transformation, automating large portion of the shipping process, which has helped in reducing labor and operational costs for clients and for us. Now, that was very crucial, especially during the pandemic recovery period and continued inflationary pressures. Now, as you have asked, how do we see ourselves growing, moving forward? Am I right, Ray?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So basically, when we're looking, definitely everybody wants to grow and grow their businesses, no? And this is one of the things that we're focusing on. We continue to build a tech platform that would be not just an enabler in the Philippines, but also would enable a lot of businesses in Asia. So we're looking at growing in Southeast Asia, both domestic and domestic-wise in terms of our presence, and internationally. So looking towards 2025, we aim to really grow and expand our international presence and tapping into the emerging markets. This growth, of course, will require continuous investment in technology, talent, and partnership. And personally, the financial journey will continue to evolve. It's a given, especially when you want expansion. And we just have to keep on focus on reinvesting in the business for growth, while gradually diversifying into other ventures and financial goals as MyKartero matures.
We will pursue that growth some more after a few reminders. After the break, we'll ask Arlene about how she handled personal financial sacrifices to drive MyKartero's success. We'll be back to stay with us.
What is your biggest mistake?
My greatest beefsteak.
I wanted to do that before I aura.
Aura.
Yeah.
We shine a light on the trailblazers, the disruptors, the titans of industry.
I'm going to eat healthy. It's expensive. Guess what's more expensive? The hospital.
We're not just talking about success stories here. We're diving deep into their hearts and minds to see what drives them.
Let's go. We are live. We are
Industry Beat on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Simulan na natin ang agenda. Hindi kinagat ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang panawagan na magbitiw na lang siya sa pwesto. Patuloy ang paghihikayat sa mga Pinoy sa Lebanon na i-avail na ang Voluntary Repatriation Program.
Do you think it was fair to have mentioned na may sinasabing may isang ex-PNP chief without dagdag na impormasyon tungkol doon?
Very unfair yun.
Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
Welcome back to Follow the Money. We're still with MyKartero's Arlene Martinez. Arlene, can you share with us perhaps a key financial milestone that you reached because of MyKartero's success, and how did it change your perspective on business and personal wealth?
Well, in the initial stages, this is something that we've been very focused on, being able to convert and get sales more. I have to say that business success or conversions to get customers, adapting to what we have offered, because this is a game changer, and embracing shipping as it is, what the platform that we've offered, translated everything into something that we've been long for. Having the growth of customers, followers, advocates, understanding and pushing also MyKartero is something that one of the key financial milestones. Of course, when you have customers, it equates to sales, and it allows us to reach our key financial milestones such as profitability and being able, when you have that traction already, people start looking at you, potential investors are looking at you, and being able to secure external funding is something that one of the key financial milestones that we were able to achieve, basically because we have advocates now believing in what MyKartero can offer, what MyKartero can bring to the table for our MSMEs, and be able to grow and enable them to become globally competitive in terms of shipping. Now, these things have changed our perspective, especially in the importance of sustainability and long-term planning for both the business and personal wealth. Earlier, I did mention that there were times during the period of coming out from the pandemic that there were a lot of sacrifices, financial sacrifices that has to be done in favor of the company, which means we have to adjust a little to the lifestyle, and be able to convert some of the, let's say, liabilities, convert them into assets so that can be used as funding also for the company. But, what is good about this is that the testimonials of our customers are really giving us the boost and confirmation that what we have set up, the business that we have for them, is something that they need to grow, and it's really a game changer for everybody. So
right.
the focus shifted from survival now to expansion, which is allowing us.
So, which is to say that you have reached ROI, is that correct? And as a final note, would you be able to share a piece of financial advice to aspiring MSME owners based on your journey with MyKartero?
I have two things, and one is cash flow is king. This is the biggest lesson that MyKartero's journey, what we had, it's important. Always keep a close eye on expenses, and don't be afraid to make personal sacrifices to ensure your business can grow. And number two, leverage on technology. In the age of e-commerce and global logistics, the right technology can help you and save you a significant amount of time and money. So invest in tools that scale your business and help optimize operational efficiency.
Arlene Martinez, founder and CEO of MyKartero, thank you so much for sharing your inspiring entrepreneurial and financial journey with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Rain.
Well, Arlene Martinez, MyKartero exemplifies the resilience and adaptability required for MSMEs to thrive in an evolving e-commerce landscape while managing personal financial sacrifices. And before we go, we'll leave you with this thought from American businessman and Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz. Success in business is 90% perseverance and 10% ingenuity. And that is it for today's edition of Follow the Money. I'm Rain Musni. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top.
Oh my goodness!
I've done it or not. Shine, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paolo Del Rosario. Get ready because we prepared a lot of great